Hey, what's up everyone? Aaron here, and I want to go over 3 ways to tell if your website is out of date, or if you're just looking at a website in general. Most of the time we can just look at a website and say, boy, this thing looks like it hasn't been touched in years, but I want to go over 3 ways that I can tell instantly if a website is out of date. First and foremost, if it does not show up correctly on mobile devices, that is a big problem. We're well into the 2000s now by a couple of decades, and websites have been mobilely optimized for a while. So if someone gets on your website on a phone, which almost 80% of the people do now, and they have to scroll around and zoom, that's a big problem and it's super annoying to them. So they're probably gonna leave your website, making your bounce rate increase. Bounce rate, by the way, is the amount of people that just jump on your website and then jump back off. The second way to tell if your website's out of date is by looking at the content on your website versus how your brand has evolved over the years. As businesses, we continue to add services and change our services to continue to meet the needs of our customers, right? But a lot of times we forget to update our websites to see if that content matches how we've changed. So if your content doesn't match your brand, that's another way to tell that your website is out of date. The third way that I can tell if your website's out of date, it's pretty simple, is by looking at the URL and the footer of your website. If your URL says HTTP and not HTTPS, that's a problem because Google made it a standard to be HTTPS. That's called SSL certificate. You need to have that S in there because it means your website is secure. So make sure you take the time to have a secured URL. And then I also said look at the footer because it has the year that your website was last updated. And to be in compliance, you need to have the most recent year in that footer, which would be whatever year it is right now. It's 2020, so you should have 2020. But if it says 2019, we're out of compliance. If it says 2015, I know you haven't looked at that thing in a long time. So make sure you take the time to look at those little details and update your website. If you want us to give you a free report card on your online presence and your website, go over to my website, aaron-packer.com, and we do a free report card for you. So I'll be happy to do that for you if you need. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll check in with you here soon.